I forwarded my husband's group text messages to our boss in HR. My husband Jake and I both worked at the same marketing company. I'd been an admin assistant for 3 years while he was already a marketing associate. Last month, I finally got promoted to marketing analyst, which was huge for me. But instead of being happy, Jake seemed annoyed. We'd been married for 7 years and had our daughter Emma about a year ago. After she was born, everything changed. Jake became obsessed with sex. Every single conversation somehow turned into him asking when we could do it again. I was exhausted, healing, and trying to keep up with a newborn, but all he cared about was getting laid. Around month 6, he got really distant. He'd come home from work and barely talk to me unless it was to ask for a blowjob. None of my accomplishments mattered. I'd tell him about a big project I finished or a compliment from my boss, and he'd just grunt and ask if I was feeling up for anything later. Jake had this tight group of guy friends at work. There was Ted, who's a VP of marketing, plus 2 other guys named Ryan and Mark. They'd go out for drinks every Friday and act like some fraternity. I always felt weird around them because they'd make comments about wives and girlfriends that made me uncomfortable. One night, Jake fell asleep on the couch with his phone next to him. It kept buzzing with notifications, so I picked it up to put it on silent. That's when I saw the group chat called The Boys. I couldn't help myself. I opened it. What I saw made me sick. Jake had been complaining about me for months. He called me frigid and selfish. He said I was using the baby as an excuse to avoid my wifely duties. The worst part was seeing his friends respond. Ryan wrote back, "Dude, at some point she needs to just lay back and let you do what you need to do. Get over it." Not PC but true. Ted actually liked that message. Then Ted replied, "She's ruining your family. Maybe tell her that and she'll come to her senses." My wife did after I had a serious talk with her. They went on for paragraphs giving Jake advice on how to emotionally manipulate me into having sex. Mark suggested telling me I was being a bad mother by not taking care of my husband's needs. Ryan said Jake should threaten to find someone else who would appreciate him. I screenshot everything. My hands were shaking. I was so angry. These weren't just private complaints between friends. They were strategizing ways to coerce me. I called my sister Jess and told her what I found. She was drunk and pissed off. "Since he used company equipment to participate in this disgusting conversation, you should send it to his boss," she said. "Someone needs to know what kind of people are handling company PR. Our senior VP of marketing is this woman named Allison. I'd gotten to know her because I used to volunteer at her kids' school. She was always talking about work-life balance and supporting working mothers. She absolutely hated when people disparaged moms." In my angry state, I grabbed Jake's phone and forwarded the entire conversation to Allison. No explanation, just the screenshots. Then I sent a formal email to HR from my own account explaining the situation. After that, I packed Emma's diaper bag and went to stay at my sister's place for the night. The next morning, my phone exploded with calls from Jake. He was screaming at me to come home immediately. Apparently, all 4 guys got called into separate meetings with HR. When I finally went back home, Jake was pacing around like a caged animal. "What the hell is wrong with you?" he yelled. "A good wife would have kept this between us. You've ruined everything." He told me what happened. The guy who wrote the "just lay back" comment got fired on the spot. Ted got suspended without pay for 2 weeks but was allowed to come back. Ryan got a written reprimand. Jake got suspended for a week, officially reprimanded, and transferred to a completely different team because Ted refused to work with him anymore. Allison told everyone she was narrowly outvoted when she pushed for my termination. Jake said, "She wanted me gone. Now everyone at work treats me like a pariah. People literally avoid me in the hallway." But here's the thing. Not once did Jake acknowledge how those messages made me feel. He never apologized for calling me names or for his friends talking about manipulating me. Instead, he accused me of snooping through his private conversations. I'm leaving YouTube soon, so follow me on Spotify before I'm gone. Search Randy Reads and hit follow.